Good morning, folks. This is Corey Babka from the Marks Group. Just going over our monthly webinar. This is the Salesforce Tips and Tricks webinar based upon the blog posts that we had last month, which would be right here, are using topics as well as adding topics to Chatter. And then we're also going to go a little bit further down into using quotes. Okay, those are the three that we're going to be doing today. So these monthly tips, our blog, of course, we post up by the end of the month, end of every month, and then the following month, around the third or fourth week, we will actually do the webinar to go through those tips. Now, this one is a little bit earlier because the Memorial Day weekend coming up next week, so therefore we didn't want to interrupt anybody's weeks and so on and so forth. So usually it is the last Tuesday of the month, but today we're doing it a little bit early. So what we're going over here is today we're using the Google Hangout, which actually, if you're probably watching this, you're watching about a 5-second delay. So if you do need to ask me anything, I would just use the Q&A section. I will have that open on my screen so you can see it, or so I will be able to see your questions as they appear, okay, should you have any questions. All right, so without further ado, so wanted to first, our first tip that we're going over today is regarding topics. This actually is a little bit similar to tags that used to be around, okay. They're a little bit different. They're words. You can group records. You can use them to create a view, which is kind of nice. You can't do that for tags. Okay, tags are a little bit different, right? So we're going to go into first things first. I'm going to set those up. So we're going to go to setup, right? And then I'm just going to search in here. It always does this, but I'm going to do topics, okay? And if I just say right there, if I just do topics, I'll do that for enable and configure topic objects. Now, so right now I've already got this enabled, so therefore it does tell me where are they, okay, basically, and I can tell it where I'm going to enable these topics. Now I want to do it, then I'm going to click in the account area, I'm going to enable topics, and I'm going to save them, okay. So we just do it that way, right? And now once it's done, okay, what you're going to end up doing is actually going there and putting in a topic. So I'm going to go to one of my account records and just go to ABC Company. Okay, I'm going to go right there, and now at the top there is a topic area. Okay, so before I had tags. Now the thing is if you add topics and enable topics, public tags go away. That's one thing that I have noticed, okay? It used to be that, you know, because I've been to clients before and they're like, well, where are your public tags? I can only do personal tags. And it's a matter of the topics overwrites that is what it does, okay? So if I look at that here, I can add my tag. I only have a personal tag. It doesn't have public tags, which is fine. If you want to look at our earlier post, or there's an earlier video on tags and how they're used, this is actually really good to do as well. But if I go to my topics, now I have this, and so there's my topics that I can choose. But I'm going to actually do in here and say gold level customer. Done. And there it is. There's my topic. Okay. I can add in another one if I want to. And I'm just done there. Now, let's go ahead and go to Russell Roofing, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to say gold level, and there it is. And it shows you what's already there, so you know that you're getting consistent, okay? And at that point, that's where I can go there and I can look and click on my gold level, and I would see these are the type of ideas here. These are all my records inside. I can follow them all however I want to work with it. That's what's really nice about the topics, right? I look at it this way as I can group records together, okay, which is one thing that's important to me because I come from another background of CRM where, you know, I do Microsoft Dynamics, I do Salesforce, I just do Goldmine. Goldmine's got something that a lot of others don't have, and that's something called a group. Well, a group is not like a filter. A filter would be what you have here. I mean, a filter would be just like your accounts where you have no primary customers and I can edit this view and it's dynamic to when we run it, okay? But a group would be more so if I went and went into my topic area, this is a group because I don't have there's no common theme, there's no common criteria to choose. So what we've got instead is someone can actually just put random records into a certain group, and then there they are. And from here, we can do a lot of different things, right? Now you can also in here, like it said, we can do create a new view. I've never done that yet, but I think if you go into here, possibly, I'm just trying to see if we have topics. There's my topics and includes, and I could say gold level, and so therefore I would have my view set up that way too. So it's another way of creating almost like a random field, and I think topics are tags. Tags you can't do views, but it's the same idea. Topics you can, so it's almost like an improvement upon the tag is what it is, right? And so that's what we've got. Now our other tip was how do we add it to Chatter, okay? So you could actually do the same thing here. If I go into, let's go back to my ABC company, and if I show the feed, right, well, I can do that here, and I can actually put a post in here and say, these guys have moved up the ladder nicely in our pipeline, right? And I can do that right here. If I do that, I can actually, I'm looking to see where it is. So there's my topic. But if I want to add the topic on the right-hand side of the Chatter post, click the topic. Oh, see, I'm in the wrong area. I'm sorry. This is actually, it's not necessarily over here. It's over in here. It's in my Chatter area. See, if I've got this here, I can actually edit the topics, and I can add one in. Is what it is. And that's actually a hot opportunity is what I've got. I can add a topic here, and I could do, you know, gold level, right? Gold level customer, that type of thing, and then I'm done. And then my tags are there. I think if you were a big user of Chatter, you're going to find a lot more value in that. I would recommend that you look deeper into how you can use that. But what you're looking at for your Chatter is to be able to filter it based on the tags themselves or the topics themselves, right? So here's a topic, and I can go hot opportunity, and there's all my posts regarding that. Again, records versus feed, okay? So when we're in the topic area, we have the record where I can say, show me my accounts, and this is the only one that shows up. But here's my feed and what was going on there. So if you're a big Chatter user, you can add the topic. You can then filter your Chatter, which is another way of doing it. I think it's kind of like bookmarking if you're a big Chatter user. I'm not. I apologize for that. I'm not a big Chatter user, so therefore, you know, some others might have better examples. If you'd like to comment at the end of the tips, give some better examples of how these are used, so on and so forth. Appreciate it. That's more for the community. Okay. All right. So that being said, so it's a little quickly into you know, into the tips there, but our last one is actually where I wanted to spend a little bit more time, okay? Because the quotes to me is a newer idea, at least it is for me, and I think that it's one of those that really adds a value to the product, right? So if I do quote, okay, there's quotes. Okay, now quote settings are right here. If you don't have it enabled, what you would do is you would have to check here first, and then you would have all those items show up. I've already got mine showed up, right? Or I've already got mine enabled, so it's already there. So when I do quotes, you can see all this stuff that's there. Layouts, field sets, triggers. So by default, this is not set up right away. But if I go to my quotes area, I've got custom fields, right? You can add in some more. I don't have any right now. Okay, you've got field sets, limits, settings. Here's quote line items, which is below the quote. It's almost like a sub-object. And look, I can do the same thing over here. So there's a lot going on there that I can do with quotes, but let me just jump to it and show you. So if I do a testing opportunity, I'm going to hide the feed. This is with the FS Berry company. That's fine, right? It's a GM improvement object. And as you can see, I've got quotes. Okay. This is new because I've added the topic. So what I'm going to do is now I might change it and say, you know what, I'm going to add in a topic here, and I'm going to say has an open quote. Okay. That's fine. I know we do that a lot because I'd like to see, give me everybody that has an open quote. Oh, there it is right there. Those are the ones. Okay, and I can do an email blast or something to those. But here's my quote. So I'm going to do a new quote. Okay, you notice we don't have anything. It doesn't have an open tag or anything like that. It's still part of the opportunity. I'm going to call this and say new project regarding Salesforce development. Okay. Expiration date, maybe a month, month and a half. It's in draft status. Okay, I can add in tax, shipping, handling, all that kind of stuff that we can do. Here's some information on who it's prepared for, the address. They don't happen to have an address information, or it would come in from the account, and then I save it. You notice there's not a lot going on here. It's just kind of like the header level information of a quote. Okay. Now, what I've got as well is I can do, now this is your start sync, and I don't know where that goes, but that would be a new project regarding blah, blah, blah. There's no sync. Okay. I would do this instead. I'm going to now go to my quote line items, because now that I've got the canister to hold the products, I can do this right here. Check out the revenue. The revenue right now is grand total is 0. But if I do quote line items, I say add a line item. It's going to go here. I choose my price book, which is very similar to what we were doing for opportunity products. It's the same idea. I go here and save it. And then I'm going to say we're going to do consulting services and data integration. We're going to select those. It's going to be 20 quantity of that. And then integration services, we're going to do at 180 bucks a month or an hour, and we're going to do 40 of those. And I'm just going to save this. Okay. Now you can see I've got the 2 products, right? And I've got a grand total of $10,000. Okay, it's still in draft. That's fine. But the difference between, and most of you would say, well, I can just do this in opportunity products as well. Why am I bothering? Well, the reason why is because of this. If I create this PDF, now I've got this quote. Okay, it's got information up top, it's got line items, there's the stuff there, and then I can even save and email the quote, or I can just save to the quote. If I save to the quote, I do that, it's already saved, and away we go. Right? So there's my product, there's my quote. I can do a discount. Now if I want to start the sync, this is the opportunity product is what it is. So if I had opportunity products in there before, but I wanted to update them based on a quote, maybe you have 4 different quotes, right? So I could do this right here. If we go back to the opportunity, you can see there's no opportunity products, right? If I go to my quote and I go here, I start the sync. I'm going to do this right here. Now it's syncing, and any changes I make to this quote will actually go back to the opportunity, and it will be loaded in there as my products, and there they are. Okay. Now the reason why you do that is, what if I have 3 quotes? That's fine. If you have 3 quotes, maybe one of them is the one that we want to sync, because therefore that's what our pipeline is going to be projected by with the opportunity, so on and so forth. Okay, and that's where the quote comes in. Now the other question is, how do I change that template? Well, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. So here's quote templates. All right. So we open this up. There's my one there. I'm going to edit this, and here we've got it. And it's kind of like a drag and drop type situation. Same thing. Here's my opportunity products. Okay, I can even change this around so it shows what's there. Custom fields. So there's a lot of flexibility in this. It's actually a really nice product. I've only started to mess with it a little bit here and there, but it's I've already seen the value in it. I mean, it's to be able to do something like that quickly and print out a PDF and then have it as a part of the quote in the attachments there. I mean, that's where you're going to see this type of thing. And so the quote themselves, I like it. I'm going to be doing a little bit more on this. I might spend some more time doing the templates, because I didn't go to that in the last tip. But basically, maybe next month I'll do that. I'll go in a little bit of the edit the quote templates and go in a little bit there. Okay, so that's about it. There's a little bit of a shorter broadcast today. Thanks for joining, or thanks for viewing if you're viewing this after the live broadcast. I hope you learned something. Any questions, of course, give me a call, drop me a line. My name again is Corey, and my email address is corey@marksgroup.net, COREY @MARKSGROUP.net. You can always check out our latest and greatest blog items at blog.marksgroup.net. Okay, we've also got our newer website. If I just go to marksgroup.net, you can check out our other events that are there. We've got them posted on the front page. Here's our upcoming events. Gold mine tips, things like that. This is what you're doing today. This is our tips day, and this is what we do here at the Marks Group. Okay, so what we've got just going on, if you need to get in touch with us, obviously you can get in touch with us this way, or again, my name is Corey Babka, and you can get in touch with me directly. All right, thanks folks. Have a great day, and we will talk with you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye now.